to start off, Ashleigh, just tell us about yourself. Like, I know who you are. When I first was thinking about starting a podcast, 100% you were the first person in my mind. I was like, Ashleigh knows exactly what she's doing. She helps women all the time. Like, she needs to be on this show because she just gives so much confidence and just is just like such a light in this industry. So please introduce yourself, tell us what you do and how you got started.
My name is Ashleigh Chanel. I am the Marketing Genie, here to make all of your marketing dreams come true. I've been in marketing for over 11 and a half years. I got my undergrad degrees in marketing and entrepreneurship. It was the #1 entrepreneurship program in the country. And I am a textbook overachiever, so I'm just gonna like throw out the highlights. But I double minored in sales and global business because marketing is one of those things that it doesn't get a lot of respect, but it's one of the most important facets of your business.
Absolutely.
And I've worked for multi-billion-dollar companies. I've not managed. I've done marketing consulting for them, management consulting for them. And I've worked between, solopreneurs and, enterprises. And then I got my MBA while I was living in Italy. One of the best times of my life. Oh my gosh, I've been to 35 countries and still counting. But my MBA, I had 2 focuses, which was global marketing and global finance. So not only do I understand how marketing affects your business, but I understand how marketing affects, your financials. I understand how marketing affects your supply chain. I understand how marketing affects accounting and things like that, and how all those pieces work together. So it's not just marketing working with the whole of your business, but the pieces of your business.
Ashleigh, you're so cool. Like, traveling is one of my #1 passions. And I was able to study abroad in college, but then after college, I haven't really been able to as much. Well, first of all, because of COVID, I graduated in 2019, but also just like, how do you make time to still do the things that you love while you're working? Like, you have so many clients, right? You do so many different things. So how do you make time to travel and do all these things that you love? Because when people are leaving their 9 to 5, I feel like one of the things is like, yes, as entrepreneurs, we can give ourselves time off whenever.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
we have to still do our work. And if we don't do our work, no one does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the benefits of corporate is you do get that designated time off. It may just be 1 week, but at least you get that like time off. So how do you balance that?
Well, with 9 to 5, it's like it's on somebody else's dime. But so for me, I realized that I wanted my life to be aligned with how I thought my life should be lived. And living in Italy, I will tell you, they live for life, love, and family. And when I was there, I saw that, oh my gosh, I saw that I had options, right? I saw that I could live abroad. And because I was getting my MBA, but I actually still had some clients. So I was doing client work and living in Italy. They didn't know I was in Italy. They thought I was still in Houston, but I wasn't. And I saw that I had options. I saw that I could live my life out of the country in one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been. Still, I've been to 35 countries and I still think Italy is like the most amazing place. But I saw that I could do that. So how do I still travel and run a business? So one of the things I will say is that being an entrepreneur, off the bat, when you are not working in a 9 to 5, it gives you location independence, period.
Mm-hmm.
So you technically, all you have to do is make the decision. As difficult as it is, when you start, like one of the things that I decided to do, and I'm on a journey to do, I started this journey a couple years ago, I'm going to shed everything that society has put on me that I no longer agree with. And so that was a conscious choice. And I was like, okay, traveling is not frivolous. For me, traveling fills me because I love culture. I love learning about people. I love hearing their stories. And it doesn't have to be, people from the place that you're actually traveling to. It could just be people's stories in general. So me being able to do that and just be in beautiful places, it fills my soul and I can serve better. And so I think that how was I able to travel? I made the decision to make time for something that absolutely filled my soul.
So it sounds like from an early age, like even with your undergrad, you knew what you wanted to do. Just doing like so many different things in marketing, sales, e-commerce. Like, how did you decide that's what you wanted to do? And what are the steps that you took to, you know, get through school, get clients? Because you used to work a 9 to 5, correct?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about that. Like, how did you get there to where you are now?
Let's see. Okay, so my mom's in HR and she's been in HR as long as I've been alive. And she, I did one of those career tests or whatever
Uh,
assessments.
I did so
And
many of those.
yeah, and we figured out that marketing would probably be a great place for me to be. Like when I was younger, like 8, like I wanted to be, I think, a marine biologist or something. Um, and I think I wanted to be an archaeologist at some point, and like, because I do enjoy stuff like that. But now I realize I would rather just learn about it from afar, not just like be all up in it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but from learning that I wanted to do marketing, I think even in high school, I did some like marketing clubs, and in college with marketing. One of the things my mom always was telling me was that sales and marketing always butted heads in corporate because one of them spends money and one of them marketing and one of them makes money.
Right.
And so I think one of the things that I wanted to learn was how to effectively go into corporate. And this was in college, how to effectively go into corporate and work well with the sales team, which is what I was able to do because I was able to successfully, with the help of the sales team, garner $33 million in one quarter, right?
Wow.
And there are many reasons we were able to do that, but a lot of it was knowing my audience, and we'll get into that, but
Yeah.
also being able to work and understand how business works in general. One of the things that no matter, I think, what you do in corporate America, they always want you to stay on one track. But my mind as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, just in general, I can't stay on one track. I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Can you please give me something else to do? And so I would ask for more things. I would ask to be involved in certain things because I wanted to know and I wanted to, get more skills and make myself more valuable.
So, who is an MBA for? I know you just said it's not for everyone. And I know you've told me a little bit because I was going back and forth trying to decide if I personally wanted to go get my MBA.
Mhm.
But tell us who an MBA is for in your experience.
I believe an MBA is for those who want to excel in not excel, ascend in corporate and in thought leadership.
Okay.
Because I think titles make people respect, regardless of how we feel about them. We all know people who have PhDs or MBAs who are stupid and awful people.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the majority of people, they attribute titles to prestige. So I believe that if you want to ascend in social spaces, thought leadership spaces, as well as in your corporate career, I believe that you having those titles behind your name help. Also, if you're in your 9 to 5 and you feel like there is a cap, a ceiling that you cannot get past without having a higher degree and higher education, then I think it might be time for you to get one. My advice would be to see if your company will pay for it.
Okay, so how can people contact you?
Oh yeah, okay. You can find me at Ashleigh Chanel on Instagram, ASHLEIGHGHCHANEL, and that is the girl spelling of Ashley, in case anyone did not know that. And my email address, theoffice@makeyourmarkconsulting.com. And The Office is paying homage to The Office,
I
the
love that.
show, because I was really obsessed with it for a long time. I hated it when it first came out, but then
Really?
I started watching it with my guy, and we just were obsessed. And everything that came out of our mouths was The Office.
That is so funny. I love that. Yeah, and we spell our names very similar.
Yes,
So
we
I think one of the
do.
first things you told me, you were like, girl, I get it. Like the spelling.
Oh, pro tip, life tip, courtesy tip, everyone spell people's name properly. It's
Mhm.
so rude, especially when you're in email, especially on Instagram. If they have their name there, just spell their name properly.
Yeah.
Don't blame it on autocorrect. Cause like I get that all the time. People are like, oh, my phone auto corrected. Fix it.
Yeah.
Cause I
It's
just
so
think
hard.
it's like your name is like the one thing that you have. And I think it's so rude when people like I had to deal with that in corporate and I corrected people. As uncomfortable as it was, I corrected people because it was important.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's your name and it's rude to like not spell people's names properly.
Awesome. So it was so great having you on today.